Guys, one of the hardest things I've done was build a course creation funnel, right? A webinar, a VSL to sell it, the email sequences, the tags, automations, all of that. It was so hard. But the harder thing was trying to gross $1 million in sales with a course. It didn't quite work out the way I had expected. Here's some behind the scenes of what happened. The narrative we see about becoming a $1 million course creator, having an evergreen sales machine, passive income land, all of these things, and how it's so easy to create your first 100K and then scale to $1 million. It's hard. I mean, that's a harsh narrative. It's way harder than they paint on the internet, and I'm going to break down and debunk why that is and why I stopped selling courses, okay? This was totally my original plan, was to scale this business to the moon with courses. But this one thing made me ditch the whole course creation and sales route completely. Stick around in this video to see the number one reason. If you're intrigued and curious about this course creation chat, I'd love to know if you're selling courses. If you are, type in course in the comments and let's get into it. Okay, so let's first break down the funnel, okay? The course creation funnel. It is the hardest funnel out there as far as marketing strategy to try to put together. And let me just say, it's totally possible. But once you've put together the course creation funnel, it's like, this is like the godfather of all funnels. Like, you have done and completed the hardest one. So let's talk about first the top of the funnel. And what I see a lot of course creators get wrong is the entry point into your courses, and to get people, from unknown or not knowing you to buying within, a couple of days. And the biggest mistake I see is that there's not enough entry points or nurturing into the course for, and the option for people to be funneled into a buyer. Okay, so here's the top of the funnel and how it should look. So this is a lesson, right, on what I've learned over the past 3-4 years of doing this. So the top of the funnel, you have a lead magnet. Okay, this could be an ebook, PDF, cheat sheet, downloadable, whatever, but something valuable that once they download it, they're getting pushed right away to watch your masterclass or your training workshop, whatever you want to call it. And I will talk about this more as well. So a lead magnet, it's very important to get people on your list. Okay, you want to be promoting this the most, just to get people connected with you and a way to follow up with them later. And the next way to get somebody into the funnel is with a low ticket offer. Okay, you've seen these ads on social media, like create a profitable low ticket offer. Yes, your $29, $59, $47 product, that the purpose of it should be able to give somebody a quick win, okay, just solve a small pain point, but the whole product should be pointing at, hey, upsell you to my course that gives you a much bigger transformation. Okay, so that's the lead magnet, the low ticket offer, and then the training. Okay, so this is the masterclass. Like, you have to have a masterclass, okay, because this masterclass is going to be everywhere, but this is going to be your free masterclass or workshop or whatever you want to call it, but this is going to be about an hour long at least, and walk your viewer and potential client through the journey of why they need to buy from you. So this webinar is what's going to be your 6-figure earner, 7-figure, etc. This is so important. And if you don't have a webinar, you definitely need to get one ASAP. And so there's those 3 ways, okay? There's the lead magnet, and once they opt in, the thank you page should be pointing to the masterclass, right? Hey, watch my free masterclass. And then the email sequences from the lead magnet should also be pushing to the masterclass. The low ticket offer within the product should be pushing to the masterclass. But then on your socials or your YouTube channel, you definitely want to have a link to them to just watch the masterclass. Okay, that should be the one of the biggest things that you're promoting on your videos and on your social medias. And I just want to say, like, building out all 3 of these things, it's hard. It takes months. It takes lots of work, slides, graphics. It has to be on point. Okay, and that leads me to the next part of the funnel, which are the email sequences. So as I mentioned, this whole selling thing revolves around the webinar sales funnel. Okay, so it's not just make a webinar and that's it. Like, you have to figure out and have a platform like of, an understanding who registered and attended, who registered and did not attend, because guess what? You're gonna have to write all these email sequences to go along with each trigger and what did and did not happen. So for those who registered but did not attend, there's a 3 to 4 email follow-up series on that, trying to remind people, hey, re-register, re-watch. And for those that attended, it's all about, hey, watching the replay and then pushing them to the sales page with a deadline funnel and all these bonuses to try to get them to buy. That is confusing and complicated to set up. And if you have one trigger or sequence that's not, turned on correctly, or a link's not working, it could be a real problem. Okay, which leads me to my next point, is the key performance indicators, or the KPIs. And those are like basically evaluating the data and the metrics of the performance of your webinar. And so, and just to name a few, I'm looking at my notes here. We had a spreadsheet, and these are the metrics we were evaluating every single week. And those were the number of page visitors to your masterclass registration page, the number of registrants on your registration page, the number of registrants that attended, the number of registrants that left early, the number of sales from the webinar, and the conversion rate. That's a lot to understand, but that data is going to tell you where your opportunities for improvement are in the funnel. Also, we would also measure the performance of the email sequences and how the open rates and how many people were actually clicking on the links in the email. So we measured the health of that. So I'm tired talking about this funnel because it's that hard to build, in my opinion, right? I mean, if you're a course creator, you're nodding your head like, hell yeah, it's hard. The other reason why I got really frustrated with courses is because of client completion and client results. Okay, I love courses so much. Okay, I just want to put that out there. Like I love them, and I love how you can create a curriculum around your proprietary frameworks and your methods. But the reality is, the students that are taking your course are going to evaluate what you are teaching in their way, and they're going to do it their way, which a lot of times is going to be wrong. Okay, so if you have a course and you offer a community, like a group or something like that, it's like someone's essentially taking the course, then they're lost in a Facebook group with other people who are lost, and it's just tough. Okay, and that's what leads people to buying courses and never completing them, or buying courses, taking action, and it's wrong. And so what I realized was the students that were getting results in the program were the ones that were taking massive action, but also the ones that I helped in a more one-on-one fashion and would always show up to the calls and had the most interaction with me, and I gave them the most guidance. Okay, so that's when I realized, I'm like, man, I wish I could just do it for you. Okay, and I'll get to the do it for you and how we transitioned after this, but that was the main thing, is like, man, I really wanted results for all of these clients, right? All right, this next reason, and this is the number one reason why I stopped selling courses and using it as my number one business model, and that is profit margins. Profit margins for I'm gonna call it mid-ticket course, so those that are between $1,000 and $2,000, profit margins are low, okay? They're low. By the time you incorporate customer support, by the time you incorporate your tools, an assistant coach to help you, hiring client success managers to help with engagement in your community, the administrative support for students, it starts to add up, okay? And the other thing that could be really, really expensive if you don't have millions of organic views for your business is the traffic, okay? Because the traffic is what's going to add up all the times, or over time, right? If you have to do paid ads, if you are pumping out organic content, it's a lot. Because if you look at the conversion rate, let's say a healthy conversion rate of your webinar funnel is 7%, you're going to need on average between 2,500 and 3,000 opt-ins to your webinar every single month. It's like, wow, that's a lot, right? If you're really wanting to, hit that, what's it called? That 50K mark a month or beyond, or whatever it is. So that's a lot of opt-ins to keep in mind. And what happened in my case was the traffic went down, right? I struggled with getting traffic. I mean, organic traffic is great, but when it goes down, it's like, that really, really sucks. And so I, played around with ads, and it wasn't giving me the ROAS that I wanted. And so I'm just like, you know what? This profit margin on this course is not high enough. And this is the number one reason why I stopped, because my whole entrepreneurial career, I wanted to go high ticket. But I always had this misconception that like, oh, I need to be and sell $1 million in courses first in order to have this upsell and higher ticket price point, which is not true at all. If you've been wanting to go high ticket and have been scared to sell high, stop. Like, just do it now and sell a high ticket service, okay? Because it's a white glove experience for your clients and customers, and it gets them results way faster than a course would. By the way, YouTube business owners, I interrupt this video to say, like, if you have been struggling with overwhelm, a stagnant YouTube channel, and not enough help on your YouTube channel and in your business, definitely check out our Subscribers to Sales Ascend program. You can click this link up here or the first link in the description, where basically my team and I, we help you hire and place a superstar YouTube team onto your channel that 5x's growth within the next 90 days guaranteed, or we'll keep working with you until it happens. And so this is perfect for you if you're a YouTuber and business owner who has been really feeling the burnout with your channel, and because of that, you're not getting the potential growth that your channel could be getting. You definitely need stronger systems and team support to lean on, because we all know with those two things, the business revenue is going to skyrocket. Definitely check out more info about the program, book a YouTube strategy call with myself or a member from my team, and we will show you how these guarantees directly apply to your business and channel. Okay, so going deeper into this topic of selling high ticket, I was scared again for years. I've been in business since 2018, and I did not start until 2023. That's a long time. Okay, that one of the biggest reasons I think was because I had a team member on my team for so long that told me I wasn't worth selling high ticket. It was really quite some BS, but whatever. I just didn't have the confidence, okay? The other thing that's kind of thrown around in our industry is like, oh, your back end product or your upsell, like you have to have a high back end. So traditionally it's like you have to sell low, then middle, and then high, but that's absolutely not true. You can definitely sell high first. Like your back end can be your front end product or service. Like there's no reason why you can't sell a $10,000 product and service first, like then sell your other products as a downsell. Okay, so it could be your 10K program could be, pitched and positioned first, and if they don't buy that, well, okay, cool, you have a 2K course or something lower that they could buy in your product suite. And that's the whole thing, is having a product suite, aka known or formerly known as a value ladder, where you have like free, your freebie, your lead magnet, and then you have a low ticket, which is a $47. Then you have a mid ticket, which is 2K, right? 2K to 2,500. Anything above 3,000 is high ticket, okay? The whole point is all of these products layer together and they should be used cyclically. In my business, I prefer to pitch the highest first, and then downsell from there. Okay, that's been working really well. Like, of course, and I'm gonna have tons, if they're not already posted already, videos about sales calls, high ticket selling. Like, I've never talked about this on my channel before, and I'm so proud to be able to document what I've learned and be able to teach you guys about selling, because selling, it can be really scary. It don't, a lot of people are like, oh, sales, but our whole world is based on sales. People sell, you sell to people every day, whether you realize it or not, and you get sold to every single day. I guess the whole point in your question is like, okay, well, are you going to sell courses or not? Yes, I will definitely continue to sell them in the cyclical product suite of what I have, but it's not going to be the front end and the way that we make the multi-millions of dollars in this company. So they are going to complement my high ticket offers and also be available for individual purchase, right? But they're just not going to be at the forefront of what we do. So another example is like, I'm so grateful for the journey I took, because now with my white glove service, right, in our Subscribers to Sales Ascend program, I'm able to have supplementary teaching material, aka all my courses and memberships that I've made for people and my clients to go through, which they love because everything that we're teaching and doing with and for them, they can reference and understand the foundational meaning behind it. So it's like really a win-win situation for everybody involved. So if you like this video, I guarantee you're going to love the video coming up next, all about my experiment with sales, okay, and doing high ticket sales calls and learning it and how I did and the numbers and how that journey was. So if that interests you, definitely click right here on the video coming up next, and I will see you on that next video. I tried something as an entrepreneur that I never tried before. In fact, the scariest thing ever, and that is selling a 5